Let me make it clear, it was raining.
Just showing Mathilde the YouTube stats, because it is quite fun how fast you can reach quite a few people and get positive and constructive feedback. And I was also just saying how, this is the raw way of documenting things and creating content, because I don't really plan what I'll film. I just document what's happening. And on the one way, maybe the storytelling suffers, or like I don't go in with like a viral video idea. On the other hand, I also think it kind of makes it interesting because it is just the raw reality of what's happening.
I think that's a lot of what people like is the authenticity.
What do you guys think? What do you like to see? Let me know. But yeah, it's fun.
When you're at 4.44, you have to throw a party or something.
I will. True. Before we hit 10K, I'm gonna celebrate 4.44.
That's his lucky number.
It's my lucky number.
Let's go back, you know I need you here.
It was not meant to be like this, but this is how it turned out. Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
Bon appetit!
Do you not know that meme? No? Milk?
Gorgeous.
You asked me.
It's like an egg pancake.
Is it too salty or is it okay?
It's perfect. Friends, back from promotion call. It went great. We are fully aligned. New contract will come into effect. It was awesome. Of course, I turned it into a walk and talk. So went for a walk. My last coffee for the day. Now in 7 minutes, we have a personal brand project kickoff. So our flagship offer, the personal brand takeover, that we offer to B2B founders and executives that make 1 million plus of annual revenue to help them build a profitable content engine around their founder and executive brands. That's our flagship offer. And after a quote's been signed and first invoice paid, we always have a kickoff meeting. And the kickoff meeting is structured in a way that we top down, break down what the goals are of the project, what will make this project a success. We introduce the project teams from our side, the client side. We just double tap on the scope of work and the deliverables and the assets we'll create to make sure we're aligned there and we have no missed expectations. And then most importantly, aside from the logistics and all the access to Slack, to Notion, we also go through the timeline and block every single meeting and calendar block that the client needs to participate in, whether it's live or asynchronously, so that there are no more question marks in terms of time commitment and deadlines. So we have a clean Notion template that we've built for this. Works fantastic, done 50 plus calls like this. And in 6 minutes now, we're kicking off a new project that I'm super excited about. Crazy guy, super inspirational entrepreneur. And this is my mission. This is what I just am so excited about. It's to make expert knowledge and inspiring stories accessible to everyone and to be able to talk to these founders and executives, these entrepreneurs who are solving real problems and building cool shit with big, bold visions. And we get to talk to them and package their knowledge in content that helps reach more people, helps them reach their goals. And man, yeah, I just love what I do. Hi friends, this morning the deep work I've focused on was around events. So there's 2 topics right now. The first one is that we are planning a specific LinkedIn-centric B2B creator event with one of our dopest partners, clients, friends, Ellen Frey, absolute legend. And we want to plan an event in Switzerland, in Zurich. And so we had a call a couple of weeks ago brainstorming kind of like the format. Ellen already hosts recurring events. He gave his input and we just agreed that we want to do it together. And now I kind of outlined just kind of the game plan. And the way I did it was by capturing context and brain dumping my thoughts and ideas, throwing it into ChatGPT and Claude. I kind of used both and split tested them against each other. I added the notes that Ellen shared with us. And from there, I just go into this iterative process of mapping it out until I come up with this strategy 1 to 2 pagers that I copy paste into Notion. And now I have a document that I can use to collaborate with other team members, define next steps and timelines and so forth. So I did that, and I have a follow-up session planned for this next week. But the next thing I'm going to outline now and I'm working on is the idea of a mastermind. And, we work with mostly founders, executives of B2B companies, but also serial entrepreneurs and investors. And all in all, just very cool people who are interested in being surrounded by more very cool people. And part of my vision of creating the most valuable ecosystem for creator-first companies and making expert knowledge globally accessible is to also tap into more of these physical events and to leverage the fact that I am building such a strong network, the company is building such a strong network. So it is another value add for our clients and partners if we can connect them with more clients and partners and get into more of a knowledge exchange so that they can all level up. And so I think it was about 3 clients over the past 4 weeks specifically pointed out that we should host some sort of notus summit where we just bring 5 to 10 to 15 cool people into a room, and just foster collaboration there. And so now I'm doing the same thing I explained in regard to the LinkedIn event, but I'm doing it for this mastermind concept. I don't have a pricing strategy. I don't know whether or not there should be a price attached to this for now, but I'm just chiming in and brainstorming and outlining everything. And this will be a topic for Q4. But I already want to plant the seed and start gathering feedback from clients and just ask them if they would be interested in something like this and what the perfect format would look like for them. And I will then hand this over to our head of fulfillment, Luca, so he can start asking these questions and planting the seed with our client base and partner base. So that's what I'm working on. And then in 40 minutes, I'm headed to a lunch meeting with the Inner Sun crew to talk about what's going on in their lives. They're opening up a space in Berlin, very dope concept. And we're gonna just catch up and see how we can help each other.
I don't wanna skate for now. Wait, not just yet. Not just yet.
Easiest way to catch up with people without it screwing up your day and your routine is just to open up lunch slots and then just combine lunch with meeting people. So this is how I do it with in-person, because otherwise I just tend to overschedule shit and get behind and kind of feel rushed. But now, got an hour and a half, lunch, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's get it. Lunchtime, waiting for UL. Where's UL?
She's coming.
Nice.
She should be there in a few minutes.
And who are you?
I'm Antonia. I think the people already met me at Inner Sun.
True, yeah. In the OG vlogs, she was co-hosting the ice bath sessions. Co-founder of Inner Sun.
Und Anti-Space.
Und next up, Anti-Space. Berlin's up and coming.
Longevity Lab.
You heard it here first, fam.
Du bist der Casual damit. So ein Teil mich connected.
Ja.
Weißt du, ich muss jetzt starte jetzt nicht bei Null.
Ja, voll.
Und ich weiß auch, wie man es macht.
Bei uns hat jetzt eine Mitarbeiterin angefangen, vor 2 Monaten. Wir machen hier so ein Light-Projekt, als ob es eine Kundin wäre. Das hat unsere HR-Dame. Und die hat jetzt auch 50 bis 150 Interaktionen pro Post, einmal die Woche. Und die hatte gar kein Netzwerk, war Studentin nebenbei noch. Und dann
Hello. Sorry, it's cold.
Na.
Du hast das gleiche bekommen wie Marvin.
Ja, Personal Brand, da müssen wir drüber reden. Vom Mode her, was geht.
Safe. Crazy.
So nice. Und
Hi friends, meeting wrapped up. How do you feel about it? How was the meeting?
Inspiring.
Transformative.
Life-changing. Follow-up session booked for next Wednesday. Looking forward to it, my friends. What? Anti-Space, check it out. Instagram, Facebook.
The agent, like the Telegram agent, do that picture probably you already have.
Can you tell me about your tiny house in the forest again? Just what is it? Why did you do it?
Cool. Und meine Frage ist, dieses Thema Personal Branding ist natürlich eine riesige Sache, für jeden aber mittleren Package unheimlich wichtig. Und vielleicht kann man etwas Cooles machen.
Hi friends, we wrapped up the meetings for today. very good ones. I had a fun content call with the main man, Hubert Romberg, an absolute legend. Just one of my monthly highlights to talk to this guy. If you don't know who he is, Google him. The client that I've been working with, partner, friend, since 2020. So 4 years. Absolute OG. Appreciate you, Hubert. Then I had a sales call, went very well. Asked for a proposal, no surprising. And wants to play the infinite game of content creation and personal branding to continue building his business empire. Right now focused on a B2B IT service that he has in consultancy. They crossed 2 million in ARR. But he also sees the benefits of building his personal brand and potentially launching new businesses on the back of the audience that he'll attract. So that's kind of the evolution of a personal brand. And at some point I'm going to go more into like strategic breakdown videos and Miro boards and whatever, helps me bring the message across and bring value to y'all. But basically, you have an offer now. In his case, a B2B IT offer. You have a target audience. You know where they spend time. And so you start building a personal brand to also drive an ROI back to the business that you're currently building and the offer that you're currently selling. But what happens over time is that the more you post content, the more you grow your audience, the more you maybe also expand to different channels. The same way I've expanded now to YouTube and sticking to this rhythm. Then you start identifying new problems and business cases, or people even just request more help that might lead to new offers, new products, or new businesses that you launch in the future. And this is also what's been happening with me, from figuring out what to do and posting on LinkedIn to getting my first clients, to focusing on one niche and helping the clients solve their problems around recruiting and B2B sales. All by leveraging their personal brands, to now having people approach me around, hey, I want to start an agency, or I want to offer the same service that you offer. I want to become a content strategist. And now I might or might not, launch a new offer for those kind of people. So yeah, that was fun. And now a friend and client called me up and asked whether I wanted to be a mentor / expert for their new community business that they're launching in Switzerland, and be a partner that could, bring more lead flow to me, but also just provide value to the community. And I know these guys, they f***ing rock, and I'm flattered to be considered, and I'm in. So yeah, just planted the seeds. It was a quick 10-minute catch up. He'll get back to me. And yeah, so that's that. I'm now gonna wrap up the next 15 minutes. So do my daily checkout, send the follow-up email for the sales call, and already booked the follow-up call, of course. Y'all know, always book a follow-up call. And then had to date night and dinner with my wonderful girlfriend, Mathilde. She had a modeling gig today. She had a commercial video shoot for a gym / fitness brand in Berlin. So we're gonna meet up for pizza, because now that she has her shoot done, she'll be able to eat more carbs again. And I will just ride that wave with her. So that's that. That's Thursday. Very energizing calls. Crashing a little bit. Looking forward to some food. And then chilling the rest of the eve. And then early, strong start tomorrow. But yeah, so that was today. Good day. And yeah, it was a mix of fantastic sales calls, but also partnerships that actually could become meaningful to the business and to our growth trajectory. So yeah, really just planting the seeds, playing the long game, helping anyone as much as I can, and good things will come. So that's that.
Not just yet, it's the start. Not just yet. Nah, watch that step, watch that. We're both upset in the back of the car. I haven't slept,
Hi, my friends. Just had a very productive and nice Friday wrap up. Close the loops. I sent out another 3 follow-up emails, 2 new proposals. I had a recruiting call and sent out the trainee contract. So we will onboard a trainee starting September 1st. And we also onboarded a new full-time content strategist this week on Wednesday. So he joined for the first time in our Fridays team call called Fridays with Notus. It was great. The team is growing, stronger than ever. And now an early wrap up. It is 6:15 p.m. and I have 1 hour left with this beauty over there. And we're gonna get a snack, enjoy some quality intentional time together before she goes back to Copenhagen. And then I'm gonna hit the gym. That's a Friday. That's a work week. Probably gonna work on the weekend as well, quite a bit. But work feels like play right now. It's really like a game. It's a lot of fun. between the high-level company strategy for the next 3 years to the rocks and top goals until end of this quarter, to managing my team, to creating new offer outlines and proposal outlines, to designing new Miro boards, to consolidating our tech infrastructure, to creating content and documenting the process. It's a ton of fun and feels like a proper flow state at the moment. So very grateful for that and gonna ride the wave. And I have breaks in between. I can take an earlier leave like today. And so I'm not as worried about having a full day off tomorrow or something like that. I'm actually keen on doing things, but combining that with other activities that give me a lot of energy, such as gym sessions, runs, hit the cold plunge finally again on Sunday, and just taking it day by day. So that's that. Let's wrap it.
Wait, not just yet. Not just yet. Nah, watch that step. Watch that. We're both upset in the back of the car. I haven't slept. I haven't. Girl, I'm a wreck. Cover your heart. Kissing your neck. Kissing your.
All right, my friends. It is Sunday. And with that, I'm wrapping up a very good week here in Berlin and simultaneously preparing an even better week for what's to come. So yeah, I kind of just took you guys through Sunday to Sunday, which is kind of how I think about my weekly structure. And yesterday, Saturday, turned out to be a complete off day. So really just hung out with the friends, even went to a party and just partied to some music soberly, and that was good. Got a lot of steps in, a little cardio, drank lots of mate and iced Americanos, and got an early night's sleep. Woke up at 8 a.m. today, Sunday. Caught up with a girlfriend. I just read a fictional book for an hour and I barely could put it away. Shout out Martin Suter here on the couch. And then I went for a walk, got coffee with Luca, and took my time with things today. Published content, and then tinkered around. Cleaned up emails, cleaned up Slack. The way I approach my weekly Sunday work and prep sesh is kind of I procrastinate the actual structure that I follow by tinkering around, cleaning stuff up, watching a podcast, doing whatever, and already doing some of the things that would be part of the structured approach that I'll show you now, until I eventually make the switch completely, and then for like a focused hour to hour and a half, I follow the rhythm, I follow the protocol, if you will. And that was what I did. I had a fantastic catch up with Mr. Hamilton, who you must know now from the legendary blog/mini podcast we did when he was in Berlin. And I'll keep you posted on what we might cook up there, but it's one of those things where the topic we're discussing, aside from catching up as friends, is just what's the best way for us to collab and to create a positive sum game for ourselves, a win-win scenario, given that we have what we have and that we are building what we're building and that we're focusing on what we're actually focusing on. And we, jammed for like 90 minutes. But the conclusion is that there is a real synergy here and a real win-win scenario. And without jinxing anything, I'm gonna save whatever that might turn into for when it becomes more solidified. But for now, what is maybe relevant for you or a takeaway for you is that we're approaching it with, from the get-go, putting everything on the table in terms of ideas, in terms of what selfishly is important to us, to what we are focusing on, the best and worst case scenarios, and why we are even keen on collaborating in the first place. I think the biggest mistake I've made in the past is to explore opportunities, and when in doubt, yes, because I don't want to miss out on the opportunity, and then it just fades out and everyone is disappointed because nothing happened and nobody had the courage to say no. And so here in something like this is like, okay, do we want to have the conversation? Do we want to open up this space? Cool, let's do it. Let's give it a timeline and let's make a decision by then. And if by then we don't have a decision, then cool, then we'll leave it for now. But we don't want this to drag or distract us indefinitely. I'd rather us say no by, let's say, end of September, or say yes. But I'd rather us say no and then revisit the conversation later on, rather than kind of leaving it unresolved and never properly closing the loop. And so that's kind of the takeaway that I think is also super valuable for you. At least, it's been something that I really, really had struggled with in the past and still do. And I'm getting better at it with every rep, with every no, with every loop that I close. Anyway, so that's that. And now it's already 6 p.m. guys. It's crazy how fast time just flies. I'm doing my weekly protocol. Retrospective, planning ahead, and preparing the leadership meetings. So that's what I'll do. Content Founder playlist in the bag. And the first questions I will answer is what gave me energy, what drained my energy, what should I have said no to, what could have been delegated, write a little journal entry. Already cleaned up my inbox, so got that out of the way. And then we'll plan ahead by cutting as many meetings as possible and just moving meetings based on priorities. I'm going over any lists or notes I might have written down in the past. Block time in my calendar to get specific things done and writing down my top 3 priorities for the week. And my calendar should reflect my priorities, right? So that's that. And I will also prep the leadership meeting and the agenda. And yeah, then I will conclude that. And then I'll probably go for a nice little run / long run-ish for my standards and call it a day, get a good night's sleep, and then just do it all over again tomorrow. That's it, friends. That is it, my friends. Nothing too fancy, I'd say. This week I've just been in my home office every single day, getting the work in, exercising as much as possible, eating as clean as possible, having good conversations, and really, really enjoying the work. Like, it feels like a video game right now, and I'm super grateful for that. And I've never been this focused, and yeah, I'm looking forward to also condensing all of my learnings that I've been making, especially over the past 2.5, 3 years, and being able to then give them to you in a more structured approach with future videos. But for now, I'm just taking you with me, documenting the journey, and I'm super grateful to have you be part of this. So that's that. That's a wrap. All the best. See you in the next video. I get this message from Luca, check it out. Bro, you ain't got no clue. This shit is going to be absolute fucking fire in 2 months. Our lives are going to be so good.